All right, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? In this slideshow, we're going to be talking about sales, and a lot of people have a lot of problems when it comes to actually getting sales and being salesy. So in this video, I know a lot of you guys need to hear it. So I'm going to try to take my time with this one because I think that this is an incredibly valuable life skill, not just for TikTok Shop, but being able to sell will change your entire life. It's changed mine, and I think before we get into it, I'm going to talk about this later in the video, but I do want you to change your perspective on what sales is like. A lot of people have the perspective that sales is like Jordan Belfort, Wolf of Wall Street, like someone has to lose for the other person to win. Dog eats dog, and that is not the reality of the world or the situation. Well, there are a lot of people out there who are scammy, are scummy. That does not have to be the case. This Discord and this course and this community is a prime example of such. I sell this Discord, but I love selling this Discord because it's proven to get you guys results. It's proven to work. It helps people. There are businesses, there are products out there that can actually benefit people's lives, and those are the products and the people that you want to get behind, not the scummy ones. And once you can do that and you can sell something that you've seen work, your whole connotation, your whole perspective of your sales will change. So in this video, we're going to be diving into what sales is, how it works, and the mindset to have with sales. Now, I don't have a bunch of pictures and a bunch of hoopla videos on the screen because I genuinely just want to talk to you and me. Let's figure this shit out together, and I want to turn you into a master salesman with literally like a 10 to 15, maybe 20-minute long video. Stuff that you probably won't find on YouTube. Maybe you will. I don't know, but it's not me who posted it, so it's not as good. Without further ado, let's get into it. So understanding sales. There's a couple of key things that you need to understand. What determines the price is supply and demand. My dad has been telling me this since I was a little kid. What determines the price is if there is a imbalance between the supply and demand. Say there is a bunch of supply and not a lot of demand. That makes the price of something go down. Say I have a bunch of water bottles, like 1,000 water bottles laying around my house, but no one wants them. At that point, you're like, fuck, I'll sell it for 10 cents, get rid of it. But then when the roles reverse, say I only have one water bottle and 1,000 people want this water bottle. You can sell that water for $1,000. You can sell that water for $10,000. That is supply and demand. So hypothetically, like let's use me as an example. Say there's a lot of people that want my attention. There's a lot of people that want to work one-on-one with me. 2 million people. I can charge basically whatever I want, whatever I see fair because I don't need the money. I'm not desperate for it. And there's a lot of demand and there's only so much of my time. That's basically what determines the price. That's basic economics, basic sales for you. Another thing that you need to understand is scarcity equals value. Those two things work hand in hand together. So like I said with the water bottle, when there's not a lot of something, people are willing to pay more for it. So at the end of a video, you say, hurry, buy them before they run out. Oh, there's only this many spots left. People start to react emotionally. They get impulsive. That's why like Supreme drops sell out basically immediately because there's such a limited supply. So if you guys ever want to start a business, I highly encourage you to start with very, very small drops and sell them out and sell them out and sell them out to show people like, hey, we got a demand and not a lot of supply. You need to act fast. Value is basically, or money is the value, like the fuck, what am I trying to say? Value is the medium of value exchanged. So say I give you a service, you give me money, right? It's the measurement of the value that's actually getting exchanged. So this course is $35 a month or $300 once, as of right now. And a lot of people think that's not enough money, but a good thing to keep in mind with business is you want to provide more than what you're charging for. So that way people get their socks knocked off and they talk very highly of you. So I know this doesn't really relate to the TikTok shop right now, but these are just things to keep in mind. These are some of the biggest business lessons that I've implemented in my life when it comes to sales. And urgency is the last one. I don't know. I'm going to give you guys some actual sauce here that I've actually used with this Discord. You've probably seen it, but it works. I got rid of the weekly options. A lot of people got locked in at the $7 a week, which is a fucking steal. And then I said, hey guys, we're getting rid of the $7 a week. We're just giving away too much value. It's going up to $9. A lot of people got in at $7. Then it was $9. A lot of people got in at $9. And then I did a huge push. I said, hey, we're getting rid of the $9 because we're giving simply too much value. We're going to double the price. So many people got in at $9 is absurd. And then again, because they didn't want to charge more. They didn't want to charge more. They realized they had to act now. And then I took it to $15 a week. And then I said, hey guys, like, I'm simply just going to get rid of the weekly option because I want to attract high value individuals. I don't just want to attract anybody. A lot of people locked in at the $15 a week because they didn't want to have to pay for the monthly option. So they were almost forced into a corner to act now. If they wanted to act, they have to do it now. And this is an incredible lesson for business. It's like people don't want to act unless they feel very obligated or they feel compelled to. If you don't give them a sale, if you don't give them a discount, if you don't give them a reason, urgency, they're just going to wait on it and say, I'll do it next week. That's the majority of the population. If they don't feel really motivated to do something, they'll just sit on it and sit on it and sit on it. So these are some 3 very key things that you can take into consideration when it comes to building any business, when it comes to building your TikTok shop, when it comes to you starting your own TikTok shop. Keep these things in mind and understand how the masses perceive value and they perceive the price of things. And there's also something that I didn't put on here that is perceived value. That's very important. So let's say you have 2 courses that are on the same thing. Same exact substance. One of them is $1,000 and one of them is $10,000. Your perception, you are going to perceive that the $10,000 one has to be 10 times better, right? Even if they have the same exact contents, you're probably going to be like, well, shit, I might as well pay for the $10,000 one because it's got to be that much better, right? That's perceived value. So whatever you price your product at, the person will be like, well, it's only $25, probably dog shit. You know, so when you're pricing your products, be very intentional. Like, who is the customer that you're selling to? Because if you're not selling to basically broke people or poor people, don't make your product never compete on price. Never compete on price. Compete on quality, but never compete on price. You don't want to have the lowest price. That just basically means like, my product's not that good. It's not worth a lot of money. If you have a good product, price it at what it's worth. All right, next slide. Here are the types of sales. So we have the problem and solution, which is basically, I don't know, it's hard to say. 50% of sales is problem and solution. Oh, you're overweight, Ozempic. Take this, Ozempic. You guys know Ozempic, the shit that you put into your belly and it makes you lose a bunch of weight, bunch of muscle mass, and they're getting lawsuits on them right now. The problem is you're overweight. Well, the problem is you eat too much. Here's a solution, Ozempic. The simple solution, because no one wants to go to the gym. It's a magic pill. Like the video you saw on the slideshow I did on the intro to affiliate with the girl who was saying, CMOS changed your life. I'm no longer anxious. I'm no longer mineral deficient. Problem, solution. So you hit their pain points. Pain points are something that business school will never teach you. It is understanding, and I think the most important thing about all this is understanding who you're really selling to. If you don't know your audience, if you don't know who you're selling to, and you don't pick a demographic and a niche, it's going to be really hard to relate to that person. But the more precise and clear you can get on the avatar and the individual that you are trying to sell something to, the simpler marketing becomes. I'll use my course, my Discord, as an example. The type of people that I want to help are people like you, college kids, high school kids, teachers that have extra time and need extra money, parents that need extra money, just someone who is in a situation where they have a little bit of extra time, but they also need a little bit of extra money. It makes things very easy to market when I understand, like, all right, well, they're probably in college, they're probably in high school, they probably have a little bit of time, they probably don't have that much money. I'm going to give them an opportunity to make money. Super simple sales right there. And their pain point is you're tired of not having money, you're tired of penny pinching at the bars every weekend, you want to be able to enjoy yourself, you want to be able to travel. And you can't. Pain points. You're tired of the 9 to 5. You don't like the corporate lifestyle. Pain points. Let's say big pharmaceuticals hammer pain points in emotion. Like everything comes down to emotion as well. Like COVID. You guys remember COVID on the news when they would just push fear down everyone's throats? It's because emotions get people out of their like logical brain. So if you can take someone out of their logical brain and put an emotion on them, an emotion of motivation and a motivation of fear, a motivation of sadness, they get way more compelled to interact with whatever it is you're selling, whatever video you're doing. Back when I started TikTok in 2020, I would do very sappy relationship advice videos that would really just strike a chord in everybody. It was about like you not needing that person, you not needing a relationship, you can focus on yourself. And I'd put a really, really sad song just to put the exclamation point on the emotion. People act off emotions, not thoughts. So whenever you're trying to get someone to buy something, it's like, what are you solving for them? What is the emotion they're going to feel when they buy your product, when they use your product? That's what you need to focus on. You don't need to focus on saying the right things. You need to focus on making them feel a certain way. How can you convey that feeling in the best way that you possibly can? And that's how you get them to act. That is how you get them to act. And finding a good product, like the girl in the affiliate video who used the ashwagandha or the sea moss, she was like, my whole life's better. I'm no longer anxious. I wake up with energy, right? All the people that are watching that are like, oh my God, like I need this. I need to wake up with energy. I need to stop being anxious. Like I'm so emotionally compelled to doing that. And a majority of people lack emotional intelligence. So once you strike any chord, whether that be anger, some people get angry at themselves or they get angry at the world. So they buy something that'll solve their temporary emotion. And then they'll be like, why did I even fucking buy this thing? 90% of things people buy are like, why did I fucking even buy them? It's because they reacted emotionally, compulsively. So it's like, how can you make them feel that thing? And it all ties back to the product. And you base what you're going to say around the product and who the ideal customer of that product is. So let's say I'm selling like a fucking car charger, right? I'm selling that car. I made a video on this for the affiliate and it actually did pretty well. The car charger is likely for people who don't have nice enough cars to have like a good car charger, you know, like one of the actual USB ports. So like probably people with not a lot of money. What you would say there is like, hey, like this is an incredibly good deal. You get 2 chargers. They're even retractable. That is luxurious. You know, you're hitting the pain point of them not having like a good charger in their car because it's an older car and it only has one of those circular car outputs. So you're understanding who the buyer of that product would be. And you're hitting their pain points and understanding, you're empathizing, relating to their circumstance. So hopefully that summarizes that pretty well. And I'm also going to talk about the sales mindset here and getting rid of those limiting beliefs. I know so many people that would be absolute killers if they just got rid of the limiting beliefs and the doubts that they have in their head. And it all comes down to the stories that you tell yourself. You're telling yourself that I don't know how to sell. I've never done this before. I get nervous. I get jittery. I feel like I'm trying too hard. These are all stories that you're telling to yourself that you're going to end up believing over time. Get rid of that fucking loser mentality, bro. And I say that with love as well. Sales can be incredibly easy, but I think a lot of it comes down to the product that you're selling. If you don't actually believe in the product, if you don't actually believe in the results that it can give to people, it's going to be a lot harder for you. That's why I highly advocate you find a product that you actually enjoy, but it's not the end of the world. People love subtle sales. Like, you don't have to be shoving it down their throat like Jordan Belfort when he's fucking at that one that scene where he's got the pink sheets and he's like, I'm telling you, John, this is going to change your life. You don't have to fucking manipulate somebody. Basically, all you're doing is showing them the value that the product has and showing them why it's actually going to change their life. Here, I got this product. Here's how I use it in my day-to-day life. It's actually pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. Transparency, bro. If you don't like the product, say you don't like the product. Say like, I mean, this product could be a little bit better. I'm going to be completely honest with you, but for the price, it's not bad. You know, transparency. You don't have to be a con man. You don't have to lie. People like relatability. People like transparency, and they like vulnerability. They don't buy the thing. They buy you. They buy how you say it and how you package it, how you articulate it. So like I said, how can you make them feel? How can you get the right articulation? But it all comes down to getting rid of your limiting beliefs. And proof of the results are huge. If you've seen it work for somebody else, that's why like transformations for like bodybuilders are incredible testimonies, because people are always like, what'd you take? What'd you take? What supplements are you on? What supplements are you on? And they'll throw their money at something because they've seen the results. You guys see what I'm saying? So let's tie it into TikTok Shop real quick. No one likes to be sold, long story short, but everyone likes to buy. So what can you do with that information? Well, if no one likes to be sold and everyone's selling on TikTok right now, how can you stand out from everybody? Well, it just comes down to being as personable as you possibly can, being as transparent as you possibly can, but also showing the value in which a product has. And I want you to keep in mind, no one likes to be sold, but everyone likes to buy. Everyone likes to buy. We all like to buy. Everyone likes to splurge on themselves, but you just need to give them a reason. If you can package a good video with a good hook, a good story, how you used it, how it helped you, how it can help them, while being transparent and vulnerable and confident with conviction in your tonality, you will sell anything, but don't try too hard. If there's one thing you learn from all of this, it's like you can learn all of this, but if you start being super over analytical and trying way too hard, you're just going to be putting resistance on yourself and hindering yourself from really seeing what you're capable of doing. So don't overanalyze it. Find a good product and just relay the message. Show them what it can do for them. Show them how it can help them. Show them how fun it could be. And say it with conviction and have fun with it, guys. This is not the end of the world if you can't get sales, even though I believe in each and every single one of you can. The more fun you have with it, the more sales you're going to get. And I can guarantee that is completely true. So don't take it too seriously. Have some fun with it. And I believe in each and every single one of you. I'm always active in the Discord. Keep using that shit. Show up to the calls on Wednesday and get out there and crush it. Much love.